Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Maddie.
And we're your hosts.
Welcome to Book Club.
Today, episode 4. I'm so excited. We are starting Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, the first in the Empyrean series.
We're so excited. This
So
book
good.
was so amazing.
If you've liked ACOTAR or anything like that, this will
You'll
scratch
love
that
this.
itch.
Absolutely. So the book follows Violet Sorrengail, who is our main character. We love her. She is at a war college, and she's supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life amongst books and history. However, her mother, who's also the commanding general, has ordered her to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre,
whatever.
their place, this town they live in,
the town, the city they live in.
The
Regardless,
city, yeah.
it's full of dragon riders.
And if you don't know about dragon riders,
This will teach you.
and it's amazing. We have
So
a
good.
lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions per usual. So we want you to be in on the jokes. We want you to get everything, all the references. So if you haven't already, go ahead, read Fourth Wing. It won't take you long. It's great.
And come right back.
Yeah.
That being said,
And then we can discuss it.
welcome to Book Club.
Welcome to Book Club. Hey, what's up?
Ready for book club?
I am obsessed.
This is the worst.
What do you mean?
No, idiot.
Welcome to book club.
Welcome to Book Club.
Can't believe there's already been 4 episodes.
I know.
And I'm
Crazy.
having a blast.
We're having
Having a
such a good
blast.
time.
I did want to say before we get into the book that we're doing today, Fourth Wing, is that we have our book club cardigans on. And if you're new here or if we've never actually explained it before,
I don't think we
made
have.
this little- I don't think we have either. I think we're stupid as fuck.
I think we were just like cardigans.
Yeah, but we made these little book club cardigans, like literally just Amazon cardigan, iron-on patches, little fun things. And the concept was when we really like a book, we'll get patches to iron on to the cardigan. So for now, all we have is the little ACOTAR patch. It's like a little
Night court
stars
thing.
and night court. It's got like mountains and a moon.
And it's glow in the dark, which is
And
kind
it's
of
glow
cool
in
as
the dark,
fuck.
which is really cool. But for episode 3, we did the Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and we have yet to find a patch that we like for it,
Yeah.
which is very unfortunate. So we're working on that, and we're not going to get a patch for Fourth Wing until we finish Iron Flame. At least. So for now, that's what we're working with. But also too, this book, I don't think I'm pronouncing any of the names right on anything.
Yeah.
Like Scottish,
there's
Gaelic,
Scottish,
or
Gaelic.
names.
So-
But it's really good. It's really good. So let's.
We're just girls. We're trying our
We're
best.
literally just girls. Let's
So,
just get
but
into
and
it.
Also, we're just gonna pronounce things wrong, and
Yeah. And
it's
if you want to
just-
bully us at least in the comments so that I don't know.
bully us after you
Bruce-
watch the full video, so we at
Yeah.
least get a view.
Yeah. View it and then bully us, okay?
And then bully
That's all I'm
us.
asking.
Yeah, literally. You can bully. Nobody cares about
Yeah,
that.
nope. I'm not the one to tell you not to bully. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
One thing about me is I'm gonna talk shit in like a girl way.
Yeah.
You can believe me or not. It's your choice. Anyways, so Violet's our main character. Xaden Riorson is our enemy and shadow daddy. He's an upperclassman, and he's hot, and he's marked. So there's like this group of students. The children from the parents of the rebellion are marked, and they have these cool swirly tattoos that are sexy, and I love them. But and then there's the regular students that just kind of wanted to be riders their entire life, wanted to ride dragons, wanted to be a part of the army, live, laugh, loving.
Basically,
And then
what I
there's-
was getting from and we talked about this like whilst reading the book. What I was getting from like the different sectors of the college, from the different, what are they called?
Like quadrants? No.
Yeah.
There's quadrants within the writers, but then there's like the scribes.
Yeah, they're called
The-
quadrants.
Oh, okay.
There's the
There's
writer
scribes, there's
quadrant, healer
healers.
quadrant, scribe quadrant, and an infantry quadrant.
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 The infantry quadrant.
But what I was getting from the quadrants was really giving factions from Divergent.
Yeah.
Which
Back in the middle school days.
I was a Divergent girly. I was obsessed with Divergent. I didn't read
I was more
Hunger
into Hunger
Games.
Games.
Yeah, most people were. I didn't read Hunger Games, so I never like got that. I want to read it now because I've read Songbirds and Snakes. But like,
Oh, yeah.
I was in so deep with Divergent, and one thing that I saw, which I will be devastated if Rebecca decides to do, was if you haven't read Divergent, the books are completely different from the movies. In the book, the third book, like literally the like last 100 pages, I think, Triss,
Spoiler.
the female main character, spoiler from a book literally a decade ago, Triss, the main character, dies. And I saw someone say,
if they do that to Violet, I'll
yeah,
lose my
I saw
shit.
someone literally say, Rebecca's gonna pull a Divergent. She better not.
She better not, or I'm gonna
She
box
better
her.
not.
I love Violet. I love that
Because
she's
also
tiny.
the vibe that I would get, because in Divergent, Triss dies for Caleb, which is her piece of shit brother. To me, if she pulled a Divergent with these books, that would mean Triss would have to die for Violet would have to die for somebody shitty, like fucking Dane. And
Dane can kiss my ass. So Dane is the older
Dane is
brother.
the best
I don't know why I'm
friend.
explaining this like you haven't fucking read the book.
Yeah.
We all know who Dane is. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm just
the
an
hot
idiot
best
piece
friend
of
who
shit.
like first 50
Boy
pages.
next door. Boy next
Yeah.
door.
First 50 pages, you're like rooting for Dane.
I was never
I
fully
mean,
rooting for Dane because
I liked Dane. I wanted them to
Yeah.
kiss because I could feel the tension.
Yeah. And then I thought it was hilarious when they did kiss and she was like, I felt nothing.
She was like, damn, that kind of sucked actually.
That kind of sucked. Why don't you know how to do that? And then she kisses Xaden and it's electric. Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Literally electric. Literally. He pins her up against the wall. Oh my God. It happened
Xaden
again. My headphones did the thing. It happened again. I got to stop yelling.
It's kind of hard
But
to stop
yeah,
yelling when
dude.
you're talking about Xaden.
I know. Oh, man. God.
Obsessed.
But yeah, so also Rhiannon, love her, little cutie butt girl.
Yeah, she's so cute.
And she's getting it. She's fucking everybody, and I love that for her. She's getting what she got with Rydok, who he's hilarious, and I love him. He's the Cassian of this book.
Yeah.
If you haven't read Akatar, Rydok is a goofy little goofball, and he's funny and he's arrogant, and I like him.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's
One thing about me
so
is I
cute.
love arrogant men. I'll say it. Until they piss me off. Then I don't love it.
There's a difference also between arrogance and God complex.
Yes, I don't love a God complex.
Yeah,
but
God
a
complex.
little bit of arrogance. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But let's see. The first note that I have, the layout of this episode is going to be more similar to the first two. The only reason that the episode 3 was different was because Invisible Life of Addie LaRue had specific questions that the author left at the end of the book. We're going to go through our personal notes. We have some questions that we wrote, and then we're going to play a game. So,
Yay.
but one of the first notes that I have after we get through a bunch of world building, like obviously she's like fighting, she's battling all these people, she's poisoning them, which is badass. She takes, also the fact that Dane is like, why did you take the breakfast shift? It sucks. She's like, oh, I just cuz. So she could
Just
fucking
an early
poison people.
riser.
So she could fucking poison people. I
Yeah.
love that for her. This book is the epitome of the or like what's the term? Not the right way, but like your ways. Like there's like I don't know. The right way is not the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what she does. She's surviving, and everybody's like, well, you can't do that. Well, she's doing it, and what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Kill
if
her?
it's not,
She might
she's
die
literally-
anyway.
She's bending the rules. She's not breaking them.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
she's
like
not.
Xaden. Her and Xaden,
Yeah,
like
like
that's kind of why I like Xaden, because he is a true bad boy. He is bending the rules, just enough to not get him in trouble. Violet's doing the same shit, and Xaden respects it. Dane is a little goody two-shoes. And it pisses me off. Break some fucking rules, okay? Get your dick wet and calm the fuck down.
Literally, oh my God. Can we touch on just so quickly after they kiss? And then the next day he's like, sorry, we shouldn't have done that. And then she's like, oh my God, yes, thank God that you also think that. And he's like, I want you so bad, but also like, I can't break the rules. And that's like it.
And she was like, oh, I thought we were on the same page, that we just didn't like it. Which embarrassing. How embarrassing for him.
Literally.
For him to be like, she's so good and I want you so much. And for her to be
she's
like,
better than me, because I would have been like, oh, actually, I thought it was pretty shit. So that's why I didn't want to do it again. But
yeah. No,
that
I just really love Violet.
So aggravating. Yeah, Violet
she gives me the confidence. Obviously, I know I could never like legit fight a grown ass man, but she does give me the confidence that I'm like, yeah, I could be strong too. I could take up some combat.
I could take down a 6 foot tall man.
Yeah, I mean, if a man like Xaden is trying to fight me, I'm gonna let him take me down if I can or not. But you heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Xaden could get it.
Breaking news. We are obsessed with shadow daddies. Big surprise.
Oh, man. I am not unique.
I'm just like other girls. At the end of the day, you just have to remember.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
There is one note that I had on 109 where she's wrestling with the girl that the person that Violet is supposed to battle that day. She poisons too early, can't make it. Xaden steps in and said, let me teach this girl a lesson. He still wants to kill her, we think.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever really wanted to kill her. He wanted a boner from the moment he saw her.
Yeah.
And then maybe kill her, but who knows? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? And there's a line where they're wrestling and he pins her down and he puts her wrist above her head. And she said in her inner monologue, she said, you are not attracted to toxic men. I have to remind myself. Shut up. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Stop fucking lying to yourself.
Because literally you're not attracted to Dane. And
yeah, and he is the epitome of boy next door.
Right. And you only want Xaden.
Listen, and I can't tell you why I don't like... Dane is giving... I'm a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy. Nice guys finish last.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Bitchy crybabies don't get to finish because no girl wants a boy who acts like a baby.
Yeah. He's literally... Nice guys always finish last. I'm so nice and no bitches want me. Yeah, because...
And I'm sorry, everybody wants Xaden. Everybody.
Duh.
Everybody. Yeah. Rock your body. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody. Oh, I just flipped to a good page. I just flipped to a good page. 110. This is while they're still wrestling or maybe.
Oh yeah, you literally texted me about that page.
Yeah. She's literally like, whatever. He's basically, if you win your fight, you get to keep the knives, right? That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, you're not going to take all my knives that I won? And she says, you're not going to disarm me? And he goes, nope. Defenseless women have never been my type. We're done for today. Girl. Oh my God. I was kicking my feet, giggling, sitting in this chair. Dylan's sleeping in the bed over here. And I'm just like, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Literally.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and now let's talk a little bit. Oh, now we get to the point where they're at the gauntlet. I'm picturing Wipeout on the side of a mountain.
No, I was too. I had to go look at, like, I put pictures on the Pinterest board
I've seen it. Where
A
it
fun
literally
thing
looks
that
like
me and Carrie do when we read books, especially like fantasy books, is that we
Yeah,
start of 700 playlists, and we also start a Pinterest board with fan art and like other pictures to help
Which,
us.
like, I know a lot of people like to do like their own imagination on it, but me and
Hell
Maddie
no.
like to know that we're
on the same
picturing
page.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like when I'm picturing Xaden, she knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about this gauntlet obstacle course, which is fucking hilarious, sorry, it's so funny. Like, literally wipe out on the side of a mountain, these like swinging balls. It's hilarious.
Terrifying.
I do think it's terrifying, but it's also funny as fuck. And
Except
obviously
for when
nothing
what's
is-
her face dies on it.
That's kind of what I have highlighted is Orelai is kind of how I was saying her name. I don't think that's right, but I like how it sounds. Where she's like so hyped. She's one of the students that like trained her whole life to be a writer. Her dad used to make the obstacle course replica for her. And when they're doing the gauntlet, she's right behind Violet. And she fucking falls off the mountain and dies.
I mean, she does get startled by the dragon.
Yeah, like the dragon flies by as she's running across the spinning
And it gets really
logs,
loud, so she looks up, and that's what
And
makes
she-
her slip.
bites the dust.
That was so...
It hurt because then there's friends, but then I will say it does, the mood lightens up when Violet finally finishes, and she does, like, everyone's like, oh my god, she broke the rules. There's like that bitch ass girl that's like that's like Dane's fuck buddy.
Megan?
I can't. Megan, maybe.
It's not Megan.
She sounds like a fucking Megan.
What is her?
I don't know what her name is. Okay.
I'll look at
La 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 la. Hold on, let me find it really quick.
Amber.
Fucking
Which doesn't fit because we have a friend named Amber. I think that's why
That's true.
that's why I said
That's true.
Megan, because she does feel like a...
Sorry if your name's Megan.
Oh yeah, sorry Megans, we love you.
Sorry,
Just not-
Megans. We love you, but not this one. Her Amber is actually Megan. But I like when she gets to the very end and Rydok says, hell yes, that's our girl. Something about genuine guy friends I love.
Yeah.
I can't say I have that many, but I love them.
When men
I think it's so sweet.
are just like normal,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool when they do that.
Like,
It's not often.
I
but,
had,
like, it's pretty cool.
had like, I guess I had like a couple of guy friends in high school that were like my homies. That like if some guy was doing some dumb shit, they'd be like, "Yo." And I was like, I just value friendships like that so much.
Yeah.
But Rydok is such a little cutie butt, and so is what's
Him,
his face?
Sawyer, and Liam.
Sawyer and Liam. I love Liam.
I am
dude.
obsessed
I
with
love
Liam. I
Liam
I
is so
should've-
sweet.
looking back on it, like we should have known that like someone was gonna die, because the book literally
Yeah.
starts with what's that little boy's
You fall
name?
in love with Dylan.
Dylan. Yeah,
And
Dylan.
he's like, I'm going to marry my girl when I get home. Dies on the parapet.
Yeah. And
oh
then,
my God.
And then whatever her name is, Ariel or what were you
Orelai.
saying? Orelai?
Orelai.
Whatever. She dies on the gauntlet, and then Threshing, like 1 million people die.
Yeah. Also, I will say, though, whenever they get through the gauntlet and then they have to they have to, like, parade themselves in front of all the dragons. And that girl, Luca? Is that her
Oh
name?
yeah, Luca.
She fucking sucks. She fucking sucks so bad. They're sitting there insulting that little golden dragon. They're being mean to Violet.
Why were they? First of all, what the hell is going through your mind? You're literally in a room, or,
Dead
like,
ass.
in a field.
We know
of
that these
fucking-
dragons are sentient. They understand what you're saying.
literally hundreds of dragons, and you see a small one, and you're like, "Ha! That's a fucking pussy ass dragon." And they're just like sitting there, like making fun of it, as if it can't incinerate you. What is
Literally. That's so
what
fucking
do you
stupid.
mean? Also,
And, like,
then
it's
we
so
find
funny.
out that Andarna's a baby, and they were literally just sitting there like making fun of a child.
And she's the sweetest baby. She's sweetest
so
fucking
nice.
baby. But then, like, whenever they get into threshing, I will say my speculation, what I thought, because I knew from some fan art that she ended up with a black dragon, but we had also seen fan art of her with a little golden dragon, which we now know is Andarna.
Yeah.
And Tarn is the black dragon. But my speculation before we got to that point is I was like, oh, I think she's going to she's going to bond with Andarna, the little gold dragon, and then, like, later on, the black dragon would come in and also bond, because the black dragon wasn't supposed to bond this year. He didn't like to bond or whatever. He hasn't bonded since his last rider, like, what, 50 years ago or something? Or like 500 years ago?
No, baby, like 6.
600?
No, 6. Just like
6
0
years.
6. 6 years, because his
okay.
last rider was the one who died saving Brennan.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. But
500 years ago.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes I don't know, man.
It'd be like that.
But they're in threshing, and so, like, I wasn't totally wrong. I mean, technically, Tarn was not meaning to bond, I don't think. But they let Andarna go for it, I guess.
I feel like what was I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's ever talked about, but I feel like I don't know. Never mind. I'm not going to say that out loud. Just let's keep fucking going.
What were you going to say?
Anyways.
Okay. Anyways, so they're in
My
threshing,
speculation, I was 100% correct when, like, before threshing. I was like, I don't know. I just feel like she's going to pull a badass move and
oh, yeah.
bond with 2 dragons. And everybody's going to be like, what the
true.
fuck? And you were like, no.
I
And
knew
was
she
like,
would bond with 2. I knew she would bond with 2 dragons, but I didn't think that they would both be in threshing. Like, I didn't realize that it was... I don't know why I just thought it was going to happen later with Tarn. Because I guess I thought that I was like, oh, she'll bond with the tiny dragon. It'll give everyone another reason to make fun of her. And then Tarn will show up.
Yeah.
But I'm glad of how it happened. I think it's great. So, like, she like, hears them, Jack and his fuckhole friends, being like, we're gonna kill the tiny dragon. Which, why, dude? You already might die in threshing. Why are you going out of your way to kill a fucking dragon? That's so stupid. They're so stupid. The arrogance of some of these fucking students drive me up the wall. Like, why do you think that's a good fucking idea?
Yeah.
But anyways, Xaden's sitting there, and at this point too, even Xaden, I think, has said, like, Dane is holding you back. He keeps saying, go be a scribe. Let me sneak you out. Let me make you a scribe. Bro, she doesn't want to fucking be a scribe anymore. She wants to be a writer.
Dana's so annoying.
I just have one of the biggest, I wouldn't even call it a pet peeve. It's more of a rage than a pet peeve. When men hold women back out of, like, fear or superiority, whatever it fucking is, it's giving Bejeweled by Taylor Swift. Like, it's giving I can list on a hand sparkling.
The men who suck absolute dick. Tamlin, first and foremost. Dane. These are my top 3 men that I would fight on any given day. Ready for the last one?
Henry.
Joe Alwyn.
Oh, Joe Alwyn. Yeah, dog. We would have some fighting words.
Literally, if you can't handle a bad bitch, then don't try to bag a bad bitch.
That's what I'm fucking saying. And Violet is bad. Okay,
Literally.
She's bad as hell. Everyone in there is like wants to get with her. Every single fucking person wants to get with her. And Dane is like, well, I don't think you're weak, but you're just like not strong enough. Dude, that's what that means, okay? Shut the fuck up. Xaden is like, hey girl, I saw how you throw those knives. She literally throws knives at him, and he's like, okay. That's, yes. fucking love him. And Xaden's also watching during threshing. He can't intervene. But you see there's a moment where he almost does. He would have broken the rules. He would have.
Yeah.
He would have been like, fuck it. Balls to the wall. But he didn't need to because Violet took on 3 grown men.
Yeah.
Threw a knife at Jack. Jack scurried away into the woods like a little bitch.
Fuck Jack.
And then
Taryn shows up.
And then Taryn, or is it Tarn or Taryn?
I say Taryn because the Swedish girl or Scottish girl on TikTok said the full
Taryn,
name
whatever.
was Ternenach. With like that weird guttural sound at the end. So I've been saying
Tarn.
Tarn.
Okay.
But
anyways, Taryn shows up.
Whatever.
And and she fucking bonds with both of these fucking dragons.
She's a badass.
She is a fucking badass. And she arrives back and everyone's like, what the hell? What the hell?
Bro,
and
Olive
then literally
is loving
and then her mom, hi Olive girl.
Hey, do you want to say something?
What do you have to say, Olive? Oh. Yeah, girl. But then her fucking mom. Her mom sucks so bad.
Bro, Lilith Sorrengail could catch these fucking hands.
She sucks so bad. Whenever in their last challenge, when they have to go like steal whatever a war enemy would want most and they steal the map, I was so glad when they broke into her fucking office.
And they found all of those like letters that were like, hi, we're dying. Could we get some help? Hey, could we get some help? Hey, could we get some help? And Lilith is just like literally left on red. Like,
yeah.
She does not give a fuck.
I didn't mention this either. You know what I also love? I love that Andarna is like a sweet little, she's like, hey girl. Like, where Tarn is like sassy and like blunt and hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
I am obsessed.
And
with
he's
both
also
of their vibes.
mated. Tarn is mated with Xaden's dragon, which the mated dragons, that's the only bond stronger than a rider and its dragon. And bro, can we just jump ahead a little bit?
Yeah.
So she's tethered to Xaden, right? I had a note here that was like, yes, we got forced proximity with an enemies to lovers trope. I eat it up. Put them in a room. Give me the tension. Yeah. I want you to want to rip each other's throats out and also rip each other's clothes off.
Yeah.
Because god dang, that's some munching. That's some good munching.
Yeah. Also, I feel like this is what you were going to bring up, but when Taryn and Scale or whatever Xaden's dragon's name is.
In my mind, it's Sagal.
Oh my god! I don't know why that's
not
giving.
How you say it, but Sagal.
Sagal. Okay.
I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong.
You've got fur everywhere. I'm like swimming in cat right now.
Had a quick potty break. Where were we?
I feel much better now that I've peed.
Yes. So we were going to talk about there's this whole little section right here in between pages like 214 and like 279 where basically, first of all, everybody wants to fucking kill Violet because there are some people who didn't bond with the dragon at all and she has 2 of them because she's bad as fuck. But there's a line where, and this is where we start to see like Tarn's personality. Tarn, fuck off, whatever.
We know what you mean.
His personality start to come out. Where so he's teasing. Tarn is teasing Violet about Xaden. Because like he's in her thoughts. They share emotions. He knows what Violet's feeling whenever Xaden walks in the room, girl. And she's like, ugh, he annoys me. You know how much that ass annoys me. And he goes, annoys you? Is that what you call your heart rate? He said, girl, you can't hide it from me.
He's like, bitch, I can literally feel that shit.
Yeah,
Is that
dude.
what annoyance feels like
You're
to
horny
you?
as fuck. Yeah, dude. And then
Literally.
oh, I did highlight, and this is the part where I want it. It's giving. I can't remember. Oh, it's giving whenever in ACOTAR where Farah finally tells Tamlin what she thinks of him, and I just love when women do that. Where Violet's talking to Dane and said the reason we'll never be anything more than friends isn't because of your rules, it's because you have no faith in me. Even now, when I survived all odds and bonded not just one dragon, but two, you still think I won't make it. So forgive me, but you're about to be some of the bullshit that this place cuts away from me. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Throw his words back in his face.
Period.
Make him eat them for fucking breakfast. I hate you,
Yeah.
Dane. Suck your own dick. I hate you. I hate you. Stop holding women back. I hate you.
Yeah.
But yeah, then everybody's like starting to fucking try to kill Violet.
And then everybody wants to kill Violet. Xaden and her have
Crazy tension.
unrelentless tension. Taryn is fucking hilarious. And Darna's the sweetest thing in the whole world.
So sweet. Oh my god, she's such a little cutie
Oh,
butt.
and then we get Liam.
Oh, yeah, who's like guarding her basically.
Yeah, because now, since Xaden and her basically linked, if she dies,
Xaden
then the
dies.
possibility of Taryn dying
Yeah.
skyrocket, which if Taryn dies, then Scale dies. And if Scale dies, then
Xaden dies.
Xaden dies. So, like,
They gotta
now
stay alive.
Xaden's
They
like,
gotta stay alive.
shit. Yeah, Xaden's like, okay, I care about her, which he always has.
Yeah.
But now he's like, I have to put some protection into place. So he gets Liam.
Yeah.
And then we get cutie butt Liam,
I love him so much.
who I am obsessed
so
with.
much. And
He's such...
here's the thing. It's like we know that he basically feels like he owes his life to Xaden. They were raised in
To
the same
Xaden.
foster home, basically. We find out later that it's also because Xaden struck a deal that was like, oh, he has all these fucking scars on his back because they tortured him to like so that they didn't have to execute all these other children. He basically took their lives into his own hands, the other marked kids.
Yeah. And if the kids fuck up, then
Then
it's his life.
It's his life.
on
Yeah.
the line.
So that's why he's so uptight.
So all of the kids are like,
That
okay.
they owe him everything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. During this little chunk of the book is also when Xaden comes in, kills all those people that tries to kill Feyre. He doesn't even think about it. He just fucking kills them. It's hilarious.
Kills him with the shadows.
Yeah, I love it. And then Taryn and how are you saying her name?
Who?
Taryn's mate. Xaden's dragon.
Oh, Scale.
Scale.
Like Gale. Like
Scale?
Gale, but with an S.
Yeah.
So Scale.
There's one night where Violet doesn't know how to block out Taryn and his she doesn't have that like mental shield yet. She doesn't have her Singit, so she doesn't have any skill. She doesn't know how to block off that connection even for a minute.
Yeah.
And Scale and Taryn are getting it on. Like they
are fucking.
going dragon style. Like whatever that means.
Whatever that means, that's what they're doing.
They're doing.
Hey.
And so she just has this overwhelming lust just in her brain. It's not even her own feelings. She opens the door and Liam's there and she's like,
Liam!
She's like, hey.
She's like, damn, I never, like, Liam's always been cute, but damn, do I want to hop on him right now?
And Liam's
and
like,
Liam's like,
why do you look like that?
what is wrong with you?
You're acting weird. You're acting weird.
Liam's like, there's something wrong with your face. Why are you doing
And
that
she's
with
like,
your face? Are you all right? And she's like, I
have to go.
Jesus, I gotta get out of here.
And so she's
I gotta
running.
get out of
She's
here.
running. She gets outside. It's snowing. She's like, I gotta get in the cold fucking air. I need to take a cold shower. And Xaden's out there smoking their version of weed.
Smoking.
So first of all,
Love
he's
him.
breaking rules. He's a shadow daddy, and he's a pothead. Okay.
And he's a pothead.
Okay. Amazing. And he's like, he's feeling the same shit though, except
He's just better at
he's
blocking.
better at blocking it. But he knows what
Yeah.
Violet's feeling. And so she's like, if you can block it out, why are you doing that? He said, well, doesn't fully go away.
It never
And so
fully goes away.
She's like staring at him, and he's like, oh my god, she wants to climb me like a tree. And
can we also talk about the fact when he's like, oh yeah, it do be like that. And she's like, yeah, I'm scared to ever see Liam again. And he's like, what do you mean? Where is he?
yeah.
And she goes, I don't know, probably bed. And he's like, your bed?
I wish. Why couldn't she have both?
It's giving Asriel and Cassian and Nesta being like, let's
figure this out.
Let's Eiffel Tower this shit. I don't know what Eiffel Tower means.
Girl, no.
I don't know what that means.
It's
Is that the right word?
yeah. It's a word.
Okay.
It is a term.
Is it the right
I mean,
thing?
it fits. I don't know if you know what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Here's the girl, right? 4 legs. Not 4 legs, but like on hands and knees.
Okay.
Dude on this side, dude on this side. And they clap their hands. That's all I'll say.
Okay, got it.
So it fits.
By the way, do you know what ATM means?
No.
Not money machine and not at the moment. There's apparently like a sexual meaning, and I didn't know until last night.
Oh no.
When my little brother said,
Christian?
what?
What did he say?
Yeah. And Christian said something.
He's 18,
he
by
likes
the
to do
way.
this thing. Yeah, he's almost 18. When this is released, he'll be 18. He likes to do this thing where he'll use like acronyms and then just say it out loud. So he'll be like BTW, by the way.
Okay.
Which is, it's just, I don't know. It's just something he does. And he said ATM the moment. Because he meant at the moment. And then he just said the moment afterward. And
what
my
else
mom
does
goes,
it mean?
by the way, we were talking about it, this like a sexual setting. Because we were just talking about him and girls. I'll leave it at that. And Christian said ATM the moment. And my mom goes, oh my God, do you know what that means? And Christian was like, at the moment? Apparently means ass to mouth. And so my mom literally thought he was saying ass. He's literally said not ATM. And he said not, she thought he said like not ass to mouth at the moment. So I just feel like there was a few years in like middle school where I went to a charter school and like I wasn't a public school person. And I feel like those few years of
I went to public school the whole time and I didn't know what that meant. I'm not.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I was really left out of like.
Yeah, we had pretty tame years in the grand scheme.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme, yeah. But I feel like it's like sometimes people will say things and I'm like, wait, I don't think I ever learned what that is.
No.
Like, what are you talking about?
What do you
and then I'll have to like Urban Dictionary that shit. And I'm like 24, just learning about things that like. Anyways, but yeah,
she's
so
out here with Xaden.
I feel like Liam and Xaden are giving Cassian and Asriel.
Yeah, no, I agree. Except hotter. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I feel it in my bones. Maybe not Liam, but
I don't think I don't think Liam's because Liam's supposed to be blonde.
Yeah, something about
and,
blonde men is not relatable to me.
Yeah,
the
amount of times in this podcast that we've said. Or that specifically you have said, blondes are not relatable.
Listen,
I'm going to have to put together just a compilation of that.
I think my first boyfriend.
So funny to me.
My first boyfriend was blonde, and that didn't work, clearly. I don't even think he was straight, if I'm being so for real.
Something about, I feel like there's a common...
Why are blonde men kind
of just like we've never had a unique experience, and I feel like there's a lot of girls who like their first boyfriend just maybe ends up not being attracted to girls.
Yeah, and maybe that's me. Maybe I caused that. Maybe I'm the problem.
One of my like first like boyfriends, which was like it was like middle school.
Yeah,
so, like,
I
not
wasn't
a
counting. I was
boyfriend, did not
counting
date.
like my first like real boyfriend. I had like a couple boyfriends in middle school.
Yeah, the first boyfriend that I had literally broke up with me.
Actually, if I'm gonna really bring it back,
and
my
he
first
said,
boyfriend
I'm
was-
gay.
I'm gay. Classic.
Well, he said that a few days before, and then we broke up, and I was like, damn, is this motherfucker actually gay?
Oh yeah, I remember
Don't know.
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what that man's up to
I don't know. I know
anymore.
my first boyfriend was in 5th grade, and he was blonde.
Damn.
Yeah.
You had a blonde streak.
I guess I did blonde, and then first real boyfriend blonde. The guy after him, we didn't actually date, but he was blonde.
Blonde.
And he's still kind of cool. So like whatever. He's not super relatable though. He's just blonde. What?
I think I was thinking of not the right person.
Yeah. No. Not. He wasn't like a real boyfriend.
Do you know sign language?
Do I look fucking deaf?
Fuck you! I know sign. You don't know the fucking sign.
I don't know.
Alphabet?
What is it?
Okay,
Whatever.
blurt it. I'm putting my hand over my mouth. So make sure you
Wait,
this part out when we edit.
Hold on. Okay, yeah. We'll edit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's cool. The only one that's cool.
Okay. At first I was thinking,
No.
yeah. And I was like,
No,
is
dog.
he cool?
He's not cool. That one's not cool. But let's be for real. I don't like redheads either.
You like Lucian.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. But Never mind. Okay, we'll stop talking about my love life.
Anyways,
Let's talk about Xaden and Violet's love life, because they start macking on each other, which is amazing. And he also, this was the first time he's like teaching her to ground, and he says, "You're astonishing." Shut up.
obsessed.
And so like whatever. And then we find out later she notices there's like a snowstorm going on when they're making out, and there's like a crack of lightning while they're kissing, and that was Xaden's like tell that he was like, I think her singit is lightning. Like I think she can command storms.
Yeah.
And that was like his first, she didn't have it yet, but that was his first suspicion, because when they start boning, she's causing fucking fires burns down half the forest. She catches
her.
the curtains on fire.
That's so funny.
So funny. And his
Windows
shadows
shattered.
his shadows are like dampening fires while they're going at it. Hilarious.
That's so funny.
Hilarious. I am obsessed with him. And also too, oh my god. So then she finally gets her singit, and she has sex with she kills Jack. Love that. Kills him in that first war game.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. But she's feeling it hard because she's like, oh, I just killed somebody. But it's because she saved Liam's life. But Xaden comes in there, and whatever, they bone for the first time, and it's really great and awesome, and we love to see it. And they're talking into each other's heads, which is giving very Akatar, very Feyre and Rhys. And the next day, when she's training with the professor, and he's like, I guess you can conjure that, sing it in your sleep, looking at her destroyed room. Like, sorry, honey, you missed the mark on that.
Yeah.
You missed the mark. But then he's like training, and the professor's like, try and channel whatever emotions that bring up the powers or whatever. And Taryn is like, you want me to get the wing later?
Obsessed. That's so funny.
And then Xaden's in her head, puts the image in her head.
That was Crazy.
He said,
That
here you
was
go.
so
Let me just
crazy.
give you that. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. And then she starts asking him all these questions. I just flipped to this page, 350, where she's like, wanting to ask a question. She goes, in his head, because she learned how to talk back, and she goes, what's your favorite food? And he goes, or she said, do you have any siblings? No. Why? Just asking. And then says, like, yeah, asks what his favorite food is, and he says, chocolate cake. Stop being weird. I just think it's so funny when people call each other weird. Like, that's my favorite kind of insult, where it's like, that's weird. Why are you acting like that? Like, when Liam was like, why do you look like that? Why are you acting weird?
Yeah.
If that's one way to embarrass me, tell me I'm weird in like a, what the fuck? I'm gonna be like, oh, I am weird.
But we are a little weird.
Yeah, we are a little weird, but whatever.
Everybody's a little funky.
And then on 351, I thought this was important. The first time that Taryn is talking to Violet, and he says, talking about Xaden, he cares for you. That's already hard enough for him. And she said, he cares about keeping me alive. There's a difference. And then Taryn says, not for him. There isn't. And if you think about it, that is literally, he cares about all of the marked kids. He cares about Violet. He cares about his dragon. And that's kind of it. And all three of those people
are directly tied to his life.
So yeah, it is the fucking same thing for him. He cares about them and wants to keep them alive. Like, there is no in between. He doesn't have a choice.
Right. And it's not like he has parents to like he is not able to differentiate that, because like both of his parents are dead.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did we ever find out what happened to his mom?
No, we did not.
Because there were a few lines that were like alluding to some weird shit.
I bet we'll hear about it in Iron Flame. I bet we'll hear about it in Iron Flame.
So.
And then what the rest of
he gets Taryn the saddle, and then they are good at things. And then she keeps getting these weird cryptic messages from her dad.
Yeah, that like I'm starting to feel like something's going on there.
Yeah, because the dad's like, hey, always just like be sure that you're looking at who tells the story.
Yeah.
And then also like, don't forget about this folklore tale that we used to talk about. And things are getting really they're getting rampant at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
they're starting to pick
the story's really speeding up,
and
we've got less than 100 pages left. So for going from like both of us, I remember texting about it. We were both like, oh fuck, because like Sarah J. Maas, the last 200 pages of basically every book, with the exception of Frost and Starlight, because it's only 200 pages, is quite literally traumatizing.
Yeah, dead ass.
So we were really, I feel like we were both kind of like already strapped in and buckled, ready for
something crazy.
Trauma.
Yeah. And here's the thing, this is a lot of my notes past this point are just useless. They are just marking every moment of tension, the smut, all of it. But I do have one part on 395 where they're in, basically Xaden has been like, don't fall for me. We can do this. We can hook up, but don't fall for me. Shut the fuck up, Xaden. Don't say that. But now there's...
Yeah, don't say that shit.
Now there's like... she says, you can get me a new one, talking about her target that he breaks, when you're ready to come to your senses. Then we'll blow off some steam. I throw the aggravating man out. And here's what I like about Violet, is that I feel like it's very common for girls in fantasy books to like get in their heads and be like, oh, well, maybe I just won't tell him how I feel, or something like that. Like, they're debating if they should tell him. Violet, I have always been a very confrontational person, so I appreciate that Violet's like, actually, I do like you, and I have already fallen for you, and I know that you like me too. Like, she's not backing down, which is why she was always too strong for Dane. She's like, I know you like me, so when you come to your fucking senses, then we can do this whole thing. And so she kind of sparks up this fucking game, because she knows. And it's like, she doesn't have self-doubt. She's not getting in her head about like, oh, Maybe I'm wrong. No, she knows. She knows. They are in each other's heads, literally. And I literally had a note that said, like they're in the cafeteria area, I guess. And he says, don't look at me like that, in their heads at different tables. She says, like what? And he said, like, you're thinking about the sparring gym last night? I literally said, cue Love Game by Lady Gaga.
Oh my God.
Because that's what's happening here. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love or you want fame or you win the game? Oh! Why are all these fucking... Oh my God. And then there's a line where he says, you're gonna be the death of me. Yeah.
Which, like...
Yeah.
I really hope that's not foreshadowing.
Yeah, I really hope it's not too. And I like that Liam knows. Liam is the only one who really knows everything that's going on. And Liam's just like, oh my God, y'all are like weird. Like, he's like third wheeling them hardcore.
Literally, Liam's like, ugh. Okay, let's jump to the end so we can get to these questions.
You're right.
Then they
go to a war game.
They go to, and they go to wherever they're sent to. Yeah. And then the Griffin Flyers show up.
Which I love the Griffin Flyers. I love a Griffin.
She gets really upset at Liam and Xaden. And she's like, I'm going to fucking kill you if you come any closer. And Liam's like, oh shit. I think she means that, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Xaden's like, oh, I'm aware she means it.
Yeah, and that's
but then
also
whatever.
Where we find out, like, obviously, Xaden bamboozles her. But Dane betrays her quite literally. Like, touches her face so he can see her memories. And she's...
Yeah, it's on 450.
Yeah, and she's
and
so naive.
I basically highlighted the whole page.
I didn't even catch this. When I read it, I didn't even catch it. But, yeah, dude. I said... I also highlighted that where it says... She's talking... Like, Xaden's like, did Dane touch you? After I told you about my secret trips to, what's it called? Athbine? Athbine?
Something like that.
Whatever.
I think I was reading it Athabine.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
But she's like, no, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't violate my privacy like that. And Xaden's like, nah, dude. He would. Because let me tell you, one thing about Xaden is he can read Dane like a book.
And she's like, I would know if he read, like, if he was in my mind. And he's like, no, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. That's like his whole
And like,
power.
I like that Xaden's not mad about it. Xaden's just like, damn, fuck. Because then Xaden's also like, hey, by the way, what the fuck did Dane say to you before you left? Because Xaden was like, hey, come with me. Yeah. And Dane was like, fucking don't. And he was being all weird about it. And then he leaned in and was like, I'm going to miss you, Violet.
He literally
which was like weird.
I know you're going to die.
But he knew. And then like that end of the chapter, into chapter 35 literally ends with, we've been sent here to die. Yep. Which is brazy. And then they end up fighting. They don't die. Yeah. Except for fucking Liam.
Oh my God. That hurts me. And I will say, I saw an Instagram reel or TikTok or something that was like Violet realizing that her shady, shadowy, secret-keeping boyfriend is shady and shadowy and keeping secrets. And she's like, it's that thing that's from Diver Wimpy Kid. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done. No, girl, get over it.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
One of the notes that I made that I just want to point out, because we didn't really talk in depth about it, but the last chapter 39, the literal first page from Xaden's point of view, he's talking about Scale and says, she chose me for the scars on my back and the simple fact that I am the grandson of her second rider, the one who didn't make it through the quadrant.
Damn. Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
So somehow Scale is like family lineage, basically.
Yeah.
So that had to have been before the rebellion, because it would have been his father's dad or his mother's dad.
What if it's his mother's dad, or like somebody from his mother's side? What if it has to do with something that happened with his mom?
Because we really don't know a lot about his
Yeah.
mom. What if his mom was like, I want to know more about his mom.
Yeah, because I feel like his mom was what if his mom was a writer?
Yeah, like what if his mom... I don't know.
I don't
What
know
if his
either.
mom's alive?
That would be crazy.
What if his mom's like bad? Who knows?
Yeah. Also, we get at the top of Xaden's point of view chapter, the like little quote that we get is the
Quote?
last words from his dad. Right before they kill him, "You're all cowards."
Yeah.
Love that. I feel like his dad's hot.
Well, look at Xaden.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair
But
enough.
also, I will say, we get that whatever, Brennan's alive, crazy, but I kind of saw
Yeah.
it coming because we did get it spoiled on the internet. But whatever, we didn't know how, we didn't know what happened. Also, I
Yeah.
think it's impressive that Violet was able to like use all of those powers. I got pissed every time she missed her little lightning strikes against these Venin and all their
Yeah.
little dragon creatures. But yeah, we kind of end on a cliffhanger. Literally the last thing that it's not like a bad
welcome to
cliffhanger. It's Brennan saying, "Welcome to the rebellion." And if that doesn't make me want to go to the gym and punch stuff, I don't know what does.
Yeah,
I
for
fucking
real.
love Brennan. I love her siblings, and I want them to get Mira in on this. I'm sure they do.
Oh, she's definitely in on it for sure. Not
Not
currently,
yet.
but she definitely ends up
Yeah.
being in on it. I cannot wait for.
And
Iron
I do,
Flame.
and I like
I'm
the
so
fact
pumped.
that they didn't, because like Violet hasn't fully forgiven Xaden yet. But here's the thing: is I
Yeah.
like that Xaden is like, I don't care, I'm not giving up, because that's what I like to see. Rise to the challenge. You fucked up. You don't get everything to be okay. Everything doesn't get to just be
Yeah.
okay. You have to fix your
Yeah.
fucking mistakes. And
Mhm.
I like that they didn't just throw in right at the end, "Oh, they're back together." Like, we're gonna get some of that.
Everything's happy.
We're gonna get some of that in Iron Flame. I like that it's like a
Yeah.
give. It's like a little bit. I don't want them to be like raging at each other.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got Xaden's point of view at the end because I think it was
Yeah,
necessary.
me too. So our first book club question is: do you think Xaden was justified in keeping his secrets? If not, when was the appropriate time for him to tell Violet? If yes, was it fair of Xaden to ask Taryn to keep the secret too? I think he was completely justified in
Yeah.
keeping the secret. Honestly, I think
Here's the thing.
I'm 50-50 on Taryn keeping the secret.
Yeah.
And also I don't know, like, was it fully discussed? Like, did they explicitly say that Xaden asked Taryn to keep the secret, or did
No.
Taryn just
I think
choose to do that?
I think Taryn chose to do that because of his mate. He knew that if he told Violet, he knew about all of this before he ever bonded to Violet. It wasn't
Yeah.
information that he got after threshing. He knew that this was happening this entire time. Who knows how long Xaden's been doing this? Like sending
Right.
weapons and working with people outside
Yeah.
Navarre. And so it was info he already had when he
Yeah.
bonded with Violet. And I agree. I think Xaden was also 100% justified, especially with how the timeline went. Like,
Yeah.
I personally think eventually he would have told Violet. But because of the war game, clearly they weren't expecting it. They were literally boning when the war game started. And they were like,
Right.
"Everybody get out here." But I think he has so many people. He can't just risk lives
Right.
on somebody like on Violet because he doesn't even know. He doesn't even have a chance to tell her. They don't finally like legitimately get together until right before it all comes out. Like,
Right.
he didn't have a chance.
And also, like, at the end of the day, she's still close with Dane.
Mhm.
Like, she hasn't completely cut off Dane.
Clearly,
We
you
see-
can tell in like whenever they get to the place and he's like, "Oh no, Dane wouldn't read my thoughts." She still,
Yeah.
she would have told him.
She still wants to believe the best in him.
Yeah,
And she's still, at the end of the day, her mother's daughter. And her mom, from what I'm assuming, is the fucking enemy
Yeah.
here.
yeah, and also Melgren
So,
or
like,
whatever.
Ew, yeah, fuck that guy. He's weird.
Yeah, he is weird.
I don't like his
hate him.
vibes.
Also,
but yeah, I think he was justified.
I did think it was very interesting that we didn't talk about this, but just to throw it out there, that's why Melgren set the law that like marked people can't be in groups of more than 3, because he can't see the future of their war if they're together. And
so I'm going to skip question 2 for the time being and hit question 3, but since we brought that up, because question 3 that we have is, in quotes, dragons don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
So why do you think General Melgren's dragon gifted the children of the rebellion basically a relic that would block his own rider from seeing them if they were in, you know, groups of 3?
Because I think at the end of the day, the dragons, like, you can tell by
the dragons know
and Scale that, like, yes, they're mated, or not mated, sorry, they're bonded with their riders, and that is like the highest bond a dragon can have, except for their mated dragon. Here's what I'm thinking. What if, this is a crazy hypothesis, but what if Melgren's dragon was mated with maybe the dragon of Xaden's mother?
Oh.
Or father. I think we would know if it was her father, if it was his father's mate, whatever, dragon's mate. But what if that's what happened? And so the dragon, it's like, yes, this is Melgren's my rider, but maybe it had something to do with their mate. And at the end of the day, like, the dragons are not ruled by the people.
Right.
And so they're like, okay, I'm going to do what my rider's telling me to do. I'm going to mark all these kids. But what if they knew? They obviously had to have known about the Venin and the Wyvern and all of these other creatures outside their walls. I don't think a dragon always has to agree with their rider's choices.
100%. I think so too. Also, from like Violet's point of view, like at the beginning of the, you know, book, we're basically told that like Griffin riders are evil, like they're the enemies, but the dragons can literally speak to the Griffin.
Yeah, that's why Taryn is like, how did you think we communicated before humans stuck their fucking noses in our business?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's planned. I think that whenever obviously Iron Flame, it has a rebellion, like there's going to be dragons that choose the rebellion side. Will they choose it over their riders? I don't think so, unless they're mated to one of the dragons in the rebellion. I don't know.
Fair enough.
And I think
that's a good thought.
I think Taryn, going back to the first question, like totally justified. It is just like his mate to his bond to his mate is stronger than his bond to his rider. And if he had told Violet, it could have gotten Scale killed, and he's not going to do that. Yeah. And it wasn't going to harm Violet for her to not know. So you have to choose like the lesser. It made
her pissy, and that's
but it's not going to kill her, and it could kill.
And also, I think he knows, like at the end of the day, he knows Violet's heart. And he knows, like, she is a good person. Like, she doesn't want innocent people to die, period. She doesn't even want guilty people to die. Like with Amber, the girl who literally like tried to like let all of those kids into her room. She tried to say like,
don't kill her, don't kill her.
She was like, don't kill her. Like, she doesn't want guilty people. She felt guilty about killing Jack. Like, at the end of the day, she is a good person. So I think, you know, I think Taryn knows where her heart is.
It's the lesser of two evils.
Like, yeah, she's gonna get pissed, but at the end of the day, she's gonna choose the right thing.
And even then, even if it was like, okay, even if it cost her relationship with Xaden, it didn't. But he was probably like, even if it did, that's not gonna kill them. And at the end of the day, that's all he cares. Right. Like, if it comes down to it, he just doesn't want her to die. He doesn't have to. She doesn't have to be in a relationship with Xaden for this shit to still work. So it was a risk he was willing to take. And I think, and also too, he had the information before he ever bonded with her. So whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So second question / the third is Xaden is given the choice by Colonel Ados. Is that how we're saying the last name? Ados. Anyways, you have the choice of abandoning the village of our enemy or abandoning command of your wing to test his loyalty. Since they chose to save the village, do you think any of them will be able to return to Basgiath? If so, how? I think we have to have at least... We kind of talked about this on FaceTime after we finished the book. But I think, like, at least Violet has to return.
Yeah, because here's the thing. They expected all of them, they expected everyone to die, or at least most of them
Yeah.
to die. So
Mhm.
in that regard, they also don't realize that the Griffins are there. They think it's just like the government didn't realize that the Griffins and the Flyers would be there to help. And so they probably assume everybody's fucking dead. And it wouldn't be totally wrong or like unbelievable to think Violet, being the only person there that didn't have a relic, to fly back on her dragon. Especially if they think Xaden and Scale, because nobody knows for sure if Violet will die if Xaden dies. Like, they assume that it's like such a strong bond between Taryn and Scale that like they will, but we don't know for sure.
Nobody knows for sure.
And so like it could be believable for her to go back alone, gather some more people, because like we know that obviously Rhiannon is gonna join. Like, if anything, just from fan art that I've seen, I think
Rhiannon, Rhydock, Sawyer, and Mira, her sister.
And then I think they'll all join. But the thing is like it's not even graduation yet. They're definitely not gonna. They're gonna leave. I think they're gonna leave.
And their first years.
Yeah.
They have. There's no way they have 2 more years at the college. I think in Iron Flame, I think everything's gonna kind of crumble.
Yeah, I agree. I think it will too, and I think that
like
it'll
the structure
kind
of their society.
Yeah, I think it'll kind of all just go into the war. Like, I think they're gonna have a war.
Yeah, I think so too.
But so I do think she'll go back. I don't think everyone will go back. But if everyone did go back, it'd be kind of badass, because the other option would be they go back, they don't tell anyone, and General Sorrengail and Melgren, if they out what happened and what they did, that would mean they would have to out that Wyvern and Venan are real. And that's what they have done all of this to do, is to keep that a secret.
Right.
And so that would be the only other option in my mind, is they go back and they just have to pretend like it's not happening or like it didn't happen. But then it would cause a problem of like, okay, yeah, then they would just try to kill them.
Yeah.
Some way or another. So I don't know. I think because they have this the end of the book, they have a base. Brennan's there. They're gonna have to have some type of plan to go back, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
At least Violet.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, now we have the fun questions.
Yeah.
Like the less serious.
Yeah.
So our first fun question is, what Taylor Swift song fits the vibe of this book?
Oh my God, there's so many. So many.
I did kind of a mistake when we came up with these questions last night. I didn't think about any of them.
I know. This one is really
and
tough.
So now I'm feeling like pressured.
I would say, let's start with the vibe.
Oh.
For me, the vibe, obviously there's parts of it that are the vibes giving Reputation, just because it's like dark, angry. But at the same time, I don't know why exactly. There is a part of me that it's almost feeling like folklore a little bit for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, for just a split moment when we came up with these questions, we didn't come up with these questions. These questions are from an Instagram account that I found, posted some of these, not every single one of them, but like the fun questions I found. It's called like Book Huddle or something. Let's Book Huddle. That's the Instagram, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's a really good account. And I think one of the first things that popped into my head is Mad Woman. And I think specifically, not necessarily the whole book, but with Violet, it's like this whole thing that even her dad, like I know her dad had good intentions of like trying to like get this like, he knew obviously about these folklores that aren't really folklores. But all these people seeing Violet as this like small, frail, they want her to cut her hair off because she's like, all of these things that are like feminine features. Like they allude to the fact that she's, curvy. She's not bulky. She's not strong. She's not tall. She's small, feminine, very feminine, and frail, because she's like, she was sick. Her bones are brittle, whatever. And even Dane is like, well, yeah, you're strong, whatever. The first thing Xaden calls her is like violent. He like makes the nickname Violence because he's like, oh, you're a violent little thing. And it's literally that's what happens towards the end when she's fighting or whatever. And she's going to kill all these Wyvern and Venin and whatever. And she's like, actually, you know, maybe I didn't want to be anything like my mom, but maybe there's a part of me that is ruthless like my mom and ruthless like my dragon and like Xaden and all these people. And it was like, she tells Dane,
you poke that bear till the claws come out.
yeah, and she's like, okay,
and you find something to wrap your noose around. Yeah,
and Dane is like, why are you acting like this? And she's like, maybe you're some of the bullshit that's gonna get stripped away. Like, that's why it's giving like no one likes a mad woman. They want her to be this smart little. They want her to fit into a box. She's either a scribe or she's a writer.
Yeah,
and she's doing both. So I don't know.
But they don't want her to be too good.
Mm-hmm. They don't
like
want her to be
they want
too
her
good
to be
at anything.
exactly. Yeah.
And so it's giving mad woman towards the end where she's like no one likes a mad woman. You made her like that. Like she was forced into this position and you're just mad that she owned it. And that she has that side of her that's like, obviously there's so many songs I could probably attach to it, but for the sake of making a decision, I'm going to go with Mad Woman.
That's really good. Fuck. Let's see.
Just if there's like an
my
album
first
or
original,
just pick one.
Yeah, my first original thought was I did something bad is just giving like I do it again.
Yeah,
I do it over and over again. Quite frankly, it's giving just Xaden like, yeah, I know I did. I know I broke the rules, but I do it again.
Yeah, and that's what she says too when she's.
But
who
also
is she talking
the vibe
about?
between
when she says like she killed Violet. I think maybe when she's saying like that she killed somebody or something, and she goes, and I do it again, or like says it to Dane maybe. I don't know. There's something in there. Whoever, I don't know who she's talking to, but at some point Violet says the line, and I do it again, to something that somebody didn't like, and it's very that.
I also feel like, I don't know, I'm getting between just like the vibe between Violet and Xaden is giving fearless. Take my hand, drag me head first, fearless. Like I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but like fuck it, I am.
No, I get that. That would make sense because it's also like there's like the dragons can feel fear, all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those are good ones. Okay. I think those are good. Like obviously there's so many, and I'll probably think of one later and be
I feel like
pissed.
so many Taylor Swift songs can be like,
yeah.
Also, Don't Blame Me. Don't Blame Me is like honestly one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs probably ever, because I feel like especially with like fantasy world, it fits so well into like the love that's described between like I think it fits for Feyre and Reese.
Anything enemies to lovers, really.
Ness and Cassian.
Yeah.
I think it fits for like Don't Blame Me. Love made me crazy. And if it doesn't, then bitch, maybe you're not doing it right.
Dane.
Like Don't Blame Me just always gives fantasy books to me.
Honestly, too, I think that's why for me, like in my mind, the two albums anyways would be Folklore and Reputation.
Yeah. When the Reputation vault tracks come out, I feel like it's going to open like a whole new...
I'm so glad we're going to be reading fantasy books when that happens.
Oh my God. And, Tortured Poets Department. I feel like that's just going to be like more... That's going to give Tamlin and Feyre. Okay. Second fun question. If you were to make a drink based on this book or cocktail, like an alcoholic drink, what would be in it?
Okay.
So my original thought when you asked us last night, I was like, I don't know, probably straight fucking tequila. Like straight vodka.
I think it would definitely be tequila. If I had to pick like a hard liquor, it'd be tequila.
Okay, yeah, you go first because I'm going to make mine in my head.
I think in my mind, it would probably be gin, because gin will get me fucked up without me even knowing. I'm a martini drinker. But I feel like it would be, I'm not a fucking, what are they called? Barista? No. Mixologist?
Bartender?
I don't know. Whoever comes up with drinks, that's not what I do. So I don't know. But
We're just saying shit.
It'd probably be disgusting, but I'm picturing maybe some like gin drink with, actually no, I'm going to change my mind. Not gin. I'm going with whiskey. But like a really, really, really expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do that thing where they smoke it. Like they put smoke in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I know a lot of people add like charcoal to drinks to make them black. So I'd probably do that. Almost like maybe like a twist on like
the shadows.
Yeah, I want to say it's like maybe a twist on like a Cosmo, like a Cosmopolitan, or maybe it's a Manhattan. I don't know. There's a whiskey drink that I only know because one of my friends made it for me. There's a whiskey drink that has got like a little cherry in it, and it's like, I don't know, it's delicious. But it's really, the cherries are like, they're not maraschino cherries. It's like a cocktail cherry that's like really, really dark red and delicious. And then they like smoke it and have like a big ice cube in it. So that's kind of what is happening in my head. Something dark and smoky.
Red.
But like sweet with one of those
Love
little
that.
cherries.
Hell yeah. Sounds delicious.
Honestly, yeah.
So the base of my drink, you're going to want to vomit Fireball.
Yeah, you're right.
The
but that's
base of
good.
my
That's
drink
good though.
is Fireball, and I'm somehow going to make it red and maybe sparkly. Because to me, I'm just thinking the flame that's coming out of the dragons.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's the vibe
what
that I
if you
want.
did, I don't know if this would be good or not. I think it would be like Fireball.
Mhm.
And then what goes into Shirley Temple? What, grenadine?
Grenadine. That's what I was thinking, but the grenadine, I don't know if it has like a cherry flavor. I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess I
it's
could
like a
like
sweet
try it out.
flavor.
But yeah, but like Fireball mixed with like
Yeah.
something red and maybe some like cinnamon on top
Yeah.
to make it really crazy.
That would be good.
And
That
then
would be so
edible
good.
sparkles.
Yeah,
in it.
obviously.
Make
That's,
it
I would also
just
want that.
obviously.
I would also want edible
Yeah,
sparkles.
just to make it fun. But like,
That'd be so fun.
yeah, I know for sure my alcoholic drink base is Fireball.
Yeah, but also
I've never had Fireball too.
it's another
so,
form
like,
of
I
whiskey, I'm
genuinely-
pretty sure.
Yeah,
And it tastes like a Red
I've just
Hot.
never.
Tastes like Red Hot. It's
I
disgusting.
love hot tamales. Those are like one of my favorite.
But
I love the cinnamon Jolly Ranchers. Like I love cinnamon flavored things, so I feel like I'd honestly like Fireball. And like to me, this is gonna sound fucking crazy, but hear me out. I've only had one shot of this ever in my life. Rumple Mints. Honestly, I didn't even hate Rumple Mints. And I feel like if I can handle Rumple Mints, like I for sure can handle Fireball.
yeah, Fireball to me, if it was in a drink, maybe I could do it, but it just overpowers everything, and I'm not a big cinnamon gal. But the drink that you had in mind sounds kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds
Yeah.
kind of good.
We'll see.
I don't know. I think we might be bartenders.
We are now not book club. This is bar club.
This is bar club.
Okay, and then let's kind of go through this one. Between the parapet, the gauntlet, and threshing, which do you think is the hardest?
I think for me, probably the gauntlet, the obstacle course in the mountain.
I think physically, the gauntlet's the
Yeah.
hardest. Mentally, I think threshing's the hardest, and I think the parapet's kind of like a combination of them both,
Yeah.
because you have to be mentally like
So focused. I don't
so
know. I think I
focused,
just
but
have this
also-
like overwhelming confidence that I could approach a dragon and we could be homies.
okay,
I don't know why in my mind
Yeah,
I'm
alright.
like, I think I would drop into
speak your
threshing
truth.
and I'd be like, I would walk up to it. I'd find my dragon and I feel like we would just like dap it up and then fly out. And
Wow,
I don't know why in my mind that's what would happen.
what an assessment! That's crazy.
It's giving when men are like, I could land a plane. That's me right now. I could fly a dragon.
Literally.
I could
All
definitely
right,
bond with a
fair
dragon.
enough. I feel like I could bond with the dragon from fucking Shrek, but like
the drag queen
the
dragon.
dragons, yes, the dragons in Fourth Wing are kind of scaring the shit out of me.
I think I
But,
could
like-
do it. I think I'd probably bond with like a green one, kind of like Rhiannon. Little green dragon. I'd be like, yeah, you're my dude.
Fair enough. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I might end up with a navy blue one, like Scale.
Yeah.
Just like ruthless and mean.
Yeah. I don't remember what they said about the green ones, but I like that Mira has a green one, and so does Rhiannon.
Yeah.
I feel like I could work with that.
Fair enough. All right. And then this is the last
Our
question before our
game.
little game.
Oh, just kidding.
Rank the book boyfriends you've read about.
Easy. At the very bottom.
Start from the bottom. Yeah.
The very bottom, we have Henry from This Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. He
Ew,
sucks.
I forgot I had to put him in my list.
He
Fuck.
sucks. He's a human. Don't really like him. Then we've got Dane. Hate him. He's not technically a boyfriend, but I hate him.
Throw in some of the ones from your other books that I don't know about.
Okay, if we have to be just
You don't have to do all of them.
Yeah, I would say one from like the Love Hypothesis. I think his name is, the girl's name is Olive. Adam. Put Adam in there. Adam only, he would definitely be above Dane and Henry, but he is a human. But he's
Yeah.
a doctor, and a really good
Oh.
doctor, and really tall and strong. He's a really good doctor. So I'd put him up there, and then I would put Jack, I think his name is, from Love Theoretically. Also Allie Hazelwood, also really good. But again, human, so they're going to be lower. And then I
Yeah.
would put Luke from Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, literal Lucifer. And then Cassian, Azriel, Reese, Xaden.
Slay.
Xaden's got it for me. He's got me like by the fucking hook, like a fish.
I'm sorry. Did you put Azriel above Cassian?
If I did, I didn't mean to. Azriel, Cassian, Reese, Xaden.
Okay.
There we go.
I thought maybe you didn't.
Maybe
but
I
I
was just
thought I-
listening too quickly. It'd be
Yeah.
Azriel, Cassian, Reese, Xaden.
Okay. Mine, Henry obviously at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then Dane. And then fuck. Okay, then we're going Luke. And then I'm going to go Reese from
Come on, just make your decisions. Throw them out there.
I'm
Go with your
having
gut.
trouble. Reese from Twisted Games.
Okay. The bodyguard.
And then I'm going to go Lucian from Things We Left Behind.
Okay. Lots of name crossovers.
Yeah, lots of name crossovers. And then I'm going to go... No, sorry. Take Lucian back. He's not on the list yet. Then I'm going to go Reese from Twisted Games. Then I'm going to go Reese regular from Akatar. Sorry.
Whatever.
And then I'm going to go Lucian from Things We Left Behind. And then I'm going to go Cassian. Shit, dog.
You're gonna
I
put, are you
don't
gonna put Azriel above Xaden?
I might. Because we don't have a whole book about
That's true,
Azriel yet.
that's
And I
true.
just feel like once I get the book about... Like, if I get a book about Azriel... I think I might lose my ever-loving fucking mind. I might
That's how
actually
I
go
feel
feral.
about-
Some
I don't think
you
I-
might actually have to euthanize my ass once I get a book about Azriel.
The only reason that Reese is... The only reason that Xaden is above Reese for me is because Xaden actually...
It's because
will
Reese
break
is a
some-
bitch.
No, he's not. Don't ever speak about my High Lord like that ever again. It's because Xaden will actually break some rules, and I like that he doesn't
Yeah.
have the authority that Reese has, so he can
Yeah.
kind of get in there the way that Cassian does and fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I feel like Xaden is on top for sure. But I feel like once I get a book about Azriel's going to be on top. So like,
Yeah.
Xaden and Azriel are like fighting for number 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay. And
Yeah,
then finally for
that's-
our game, I think we should adjust it a little bit. Originally, we were going to do like a guess who 20 questions. We each pick a character, ask each other yes or no questions, try to guess who the character is that we're thinking about from Fourth Wing. I think instead of 20 questions, we should do like 5.
Okay.
Like see if we can guess it. I would say maybe even in 3, but I'm going to give us 5.
Okay.
Okay, so pick your character. I'm thinking. Okay, I've got my character.
Okay, I got my character too.
Okay, I'll start. Is it a human?
Yes.
Okay. You could have picked a dragon. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, yes. Yeah, it's a human.
Okay. Your turn.
Oh, now I ask you a question?
Or we could do it one at a time.
Yeah, let's just try to just guess my character.
Okay,
You
I've
have
got
one question.
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Is he marked?
Yes.
Huh. Does his singlet have to do with temperature?
Couldn't tell you, babe.
Super. Is he related to Xaden?
Yes.
Is it shit, what's his name? Beto? What?
What?
What's his name?
Beto!
What's his name?
Bodie,
Oh,
bitch!
I was close.
Oh my god, I'm unwell.
I was close.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Good job. You got it in 5, kind
Yeah.
of, other than the fact that you didn't know his fucking
I was close. I just switched it. Beto. I don't know. Bodie.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm scared. I don't think I'm going to be good at this. Is it a boy?
Yes.
Is he marked?
Yes.
Does he have dark hair?
No.
Is it Liam?
Yeah. Damn, you got me on that one. Okay, you win. You win the game. I should have just changed my character in the middle of it.
You fucking asshole. What the fuck? Can you imagine? I ask all these questions. You just keep saying yes, yes. Is it this person? No. Is it this person? No. Just keep changing your character.
Well, anyways, I'm hyped as fuck for this next book.
Well, that was book club. This book was fucking incredible.
Oh, my light turned off.
Shout out Beto.
Shout out Beto. My light just turned off. So if it got dark, sorry. Thank you for coming to this meeting of book club. We hope to see you at the next one with Iron Flame. So if you haven't read Iron Flame yet, go read it. Go read it. All right, and see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Peace out.